Good morning, you lot. Look at the MP9. Lovely, nice wheels on it. I was having a little bit of a play around with it yesterday. Or was it the day before yesterday? I can't remember. I was gonna take it out today, or this morning I should say, for a little bit of a go, like I normally do on a weekend in the morning. But I just can't be bothered this morning, so anyway, I've given it a little bit of a clean. I've even cleaned the air filter. Look, it must be thinking it's his birthday. New wheels on it that old Mr. Russell give me, and I've cleaned up the old ones. I like these because they're pretty much bald, but I like that kind of thing. So these are going to be me just, I don't know, tyres that I just fancy using when I want a bald tyre, I suppose. But I was thinking about taking these tyres off the rims and putting new tyres on. Maybe I will, but I've given them a clean up either way because they were absolutely full up with nitro and whatever else inside there. But yeah, just thought I still need to get a new, well, I've got a new pole start. Russell gave me a pole start when he gave me that box of bits and bobs. But I'm one of these types of people, right? I'm one of these types of people. I don't need a pole start. I need a one-way bearing. Now that pole start will have a one-way bearing in it, but it's all in one bit. It's the back plate, the bearing and the pole start all together. I don't want to put the whole thing on there because this one's perfectly working fine. And I don't want to take the bearing out of that complete unit to put it in here, because then my new one will have no one-way bearing. I don't like splitting things up if they're brand new like that. I like to keep them all together. I know I've got a bearing somewhere because when I bought one before, I bought 2 or 3 of them. I just can't find them. So I'm on the slow hunt for the bearings. I'll probably look around for that today. I've got quite a lot to do today. Well, I haven't got a lot to do. I've set myself a lot to do today. This is, I've got oil, I've got filters, I've got all sorts. I've got starter motor, there's an alternator in that one down there. So I've got oil and filters on the car, starter motor or alternator, oil and filter on the camper van. And I want to get them all done today. Today being Sunday, bit of a chill out day. I want to get all that done today, but not just yet. It's going to be, well, it already is quite warm. It's about 19 degrees out there this morning, and the time, is that clock right? 20 to 8. That clock's actually right for a change. I came out here at 6 o'clock this morning. I've been doing little bits and bobs, done a little bit of a clean up, checked all the nuts and bolts and all that kind of stuff. Yesterday, we was going to go and test that Hyper TT out. I know the one that I recently got going again for the kids, the electric one. I was going to put Nitro, but now I've kept it electric for the children. We was going to go out yesterday down the park. Randomly, spontaneous. That's the trouble with electric. This is why I think electric's more of a nuisance than Nitro. I know a lot of people say Nitro's a nuisance, but with Nitro, like, I had this all ready to go. I ain't got to do nothing yesterday. All I've got to do is make sure that the battery is charged, but that's a nickel metal hydrate, so I can leave it charged up. I haven't got to do any storage charging. And a glow starter, which is charged up. I know it is because I just stick it on charge now and again. I haven't got to worry about lipos with that. So we randomly, spontaneously decided, the children said, can we go out and test that new little car that you got going for us? I said, yeah, I'll go and put the battery on charge. By the time the battery was charged, they'd got fed up. They didn't want to go out. You know, that's the thing with electric. You can't really be spontaneous if you treat your batteries properly. I never used to because batteries were cheap enough, and I suppose I didn't really care enough for them. These days, batteries are blooming expensive, so I do treat them properly, and I do storage charge them. And also because, well, it's kind of just caring for the stuff that you've got, but they're blooming expensive, so it makes sense to look after them, because otherwise you're just going to be spending money willy-nilly on new batteries when you don't need to. But yeah, so by the time you've charged up your battery, you've either not got enough time to go out, or kids got fed up, or you've got fed up and found something else to do. So that's what usually happens, which is why I think electric is more of a nuisance. A lot of you say electric's easy, but it's not, because you've got to charge and discharge the batteries all the blooming time. It's just the fact of the matter. I'm in the middle as well of sorting out the bits and bobs. Recently, there's a carburetor and stuff I haven't found a place for yet. There's some more throttle linkages for Savages and all that kind of stuff. I like to put things in the drawers. Like I've got my little nut and bolt screw and miscellaneous bits. There's a clutch shoe and that in there. And I've got, that's all like suspension spacers and throttle linkages and things. And that's all the connectors for batteries. There's more clutch shoes and disc brakes and things in that one. So I'm just really in the middle of trying to sort out these things. Someone gave me a box of parts. So I was just having a little play around. I've got gaskets, exhaust gaskets for those types of exhaust and things. Just having a little play, just putting things where they need to be, really. Right, comment, yeah? Are you a little bit like me? When you get sort of 10 minutes, because I'm waiting, it's Sunday morning. Usually I'd be out and about playing with the cars, but I just can't be bothered this morning. It's a lovely day, but I just can't be bothered. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work every day. Sometimes on a Sunday, I just think to myself, I'm not going to bother going out. So instead, I've got a little bit of time to kill. I've got all that other stuff to do, but I thought to myself, no, I'm going to have a little sort out, a little bit of a tidy up. So, are you a little bit like me? When you get a bit of spare time, do you just think, I'm going to have a sort out, tidy up? And you end up going through all the cupboards, all the drawers. Like, for example, if I do it at home, if I go in the kitchen and I think, oh, blooming knife and fork drawer's a bit messy, I'll end up taking it all out, cleaning all the drawer out, because you always get crumbs and stuff in the drawers. Cleaning all of that out, making sure all the knives and forks are all shiny. Handy fingerprints, I wash them, put them all back, and then I've done the knife and fork drawer. Then I'm like, oh, let's do the cupboard below it. Get all the plates out, do the same thing. Before you know it, I've done it all. All I was going to do was just literally organise the knives and forks. But I've ended up cleaning out and reorganising every single cupboard in the blooming kitchen. Same thing for in here. When I first started putting all these away, I thought I'm just going to put things. But then I found a few screws and nuts and bolts in. I think it was in this one, which is now stuck. And I think there was some throttle linkages in there. So I ended up taking them all out, putting all the screws and things. Yeah. All I was going to do was literally just chuck them in. But then I ended up taking them all out. That's why I've got these drawers out, because these were full of random bits. And I was like, well, why is there random bits in these drawers? You know, clutch shoes and things. So then I ended up putting them in there and just having a bit of a tidy up. I can't be the only one. I can't be. I just can't be the only one that is like that. I bet there's two different spectrums. You lot that are completely messy and everything's just everywhere. And then there'll be the people that are extremely organised, have everything extremely clean and organised all the time, and it never does get chaotic. It's always organised. I'm in the middle. I like organisation. I like things to be in their places. I like drawers to have what's meant to be in the drawers. But then when I'm doing things, mending cars, going in and out, things get pulled out and left on the table, put in the wrong drawers and whatnot else, it becomes chaotic. I then have a little bit of time and I end up sorting it all out. And sometimes completely reorganising it. I don't just put things back where they come from. I completely reorganise it and everything has a new place. It's mad. Take this as a perfect blooming example, right? I was literally just looking for I want a little silicone bung, nothing to do with RC by the way. A little silicone bung thing to put on because I'll put a different air filter on my Talbot on there. Because the air filter thing that was on it is broke. That's the pipe that was all on it. That's broken. That's, it's all broken. So I put an air filter from a VW Beetle on it. But it's got a little bit for the breather to go on. And I don't want to use that. Breather's vent into atmosphere. It's venting outside. So I got some little silicone bungs. I know they're somewhere. And I know that they was in one of these jars at one point. Right? I've got coffee jars full of nuts, bolts, screws. What is this? That's a hot chocolate tin. Right? Literally, I can't open it. Full of things. Another coffee jar. Full of brackets, Jubilee clips, a gherkin jar, whole gherkins. Not anymore. It's got nuts, bolts, screws, whatever in it. And I'm now committed to reorganising the whole blooming cupboard. I've done the bottom of it, put all the oils and the gunk and the engine degreaser and all that kind of stuff. And the bottom one, that is a complete disgrace. Mostly we've got oil filters and brake pads and other things and whatnot else. So that's going to need a clean out next. But I'm in the middle now of redoing this whole top. I've got spray paint, white spirit, methylated spirits. Yeah. So what was meant to be just looking for bungs has now turned out to be a full-scale operation. And you might be thinking, why on earth have I got some pruners, some secateurs on the bench and not any type of RC car? Well, to be honest, I've really been doing a lot with it. I've been doing quite a lot of gardening and other bits and bobs. And also, doing a bit of bike stuff. Some of you lot have asked about bikes. Am I into bikes, MTB and all that kind of stuff? Yeah, man, definitely. So I'm currently doing a bit of a refresh on my bike. There's my bike, and I've got the wheels off. I'm going to sort all them out, handlebars are off. All the bearings are out, the stem, the steer. The forks are over there, chilling out. I need to sort them out, the brakes there, take the front one off. Need to sort the crank out. I'm yet to get the bearings out, but they're pretty bad. But they sound like there's a lot of sand in there, so probably going to need new bearings and bits and bobs. But yeah, man, the whole bike's having a bit of a refresh. I've had this bike nearly 20 years, and I've never done anything to it apart from put some new pads in the brakes. I've never done anything else to it, obviously all with the chain and stuff like that. I think them tyres I've had on there probably for about 15 years. Literally, I've ran them flat numerous amounts of times when I've had punctures, and I haven't had a punch repair kit. I've literally just ridden home and you can see the marks around there. And they've still got quite a lot of tread on them. To be fair, you know, I don't really do a lot of skidding and that. But yeah, so I'm not going to spoil that though, because I've started filming and I will present to, not you on this channel, I'll do it on the other channel because this is all RC stuff and that's not. But there's going to be a full bike rebuild, like what I used to do when I was younger. I never used to film it though. But there's going to be a full bike build, so whatever I do, so I'm not going to spoil it on here for that. But it's going to turn out pretty good, I reckon, if I can get everything that I need to get. And I've got the good old Corringham Cycles. He's on the case for me. Jolly good chap and a jolly good shop. So we should have everything we need for that soon. All you crazy lot, you're all going on about after Mr. T and Biscuits, and I agree, man. Mr. T and Biscuits suggested that I do a flip sort of video or series as such, where I get a Nitro car and from the beginning to the end I'll film a lot of it and I'll tell you what the price is, the lot and how it all goes, and then we sell it and see how much we make. I've been looking everywhere, apart from the book face. I don't go on the book face. That is a terrible place to go. I've even been on eBay. I know I don't want to go on eBay anymore, and I've told you lot that, but I've been on there, and the prices are bonkers. Absolutely bonkers at the moment. People are wanting... They've got these buggies and cars or whatever they've got, mainly old buggies. There's a couple of Savages I see on there. They're dusty as hell, you know, all corroded, the air filters have all gone funny. And they even say in the listing, been in a shed for 10 years, or whatever. And they want 200 quid, 150 quid, 200 quid for this non-running car, truck, buggy, whatever it may be. They're all the same situation. And I'm just like, I ain't paying that for a non-runner. The idea of a non-runner is, it don't run, it's a gamble. The person who's selling it wants to get rid of it, they get a bit of money for it. The person who's buying it potentially gets a bit of a bargain when they get it running. That's the point of buying a non-runner. You don't want to be... If I was going to spend 200 quid or 150 quid, I could get myself a perfectly running car or buggy. You know, I'm not paying that amount of money for a non-runner. I think gone are the days when I could get them. I used to get them for 20 quid, 30 quid. Yeah, a lot of the ones that are featured on this channel, I don't talk about money. It's a British thing. You don't talk about money. You don't talk about what you pay for stuff. You just do not do it. So I don't ever tell you lot. But I will tell you now that a lot of them that I've bought for this series is they've been 20-30 quid. When I say the price of a McDonald's, I quite literally mean it. You could buy the family a McDonald's for the price of them. Some of them, I think some of them are about £8. I think there was one that was about £8.90 something. I literally won it on the auction, bidding for it, and no one else bid. I think it cost more in postage to get to me than it did actually buy the thing. That was that a Rustler, I think that was, or something like that. So I put in offers to quite a lot of people, the ones that are selling buggies and stuff for 150 quid non-runners, and I've literally said, will you take 60 quid for it all in? And they've come back and said, it's worth what I'm asking all day long when you get it running. Yeah, that's what they said. And I'm like, I didn't reply, I just said, okay, thanks anyway. But in my head I'm thinking, yeah, it's worth that when it's running. At the very maximum when it's running. As a non-running gamble, it ain't worth 150 quid, do you know what I mean? Unless it's some kind of rare thing. But all these are just ordinary buggies. You know, other than like Tamias and whatever else you want to call them. I don't even know what they are. I don't really pay too much attention. When I do these videos for the Will It Run things, I don't like to know too much information. I like to literally look at a bit of a listing, if it's on eBay, read the description briefly, yeah, just to get an idea of it. Look at the pictures quick, and if I like what I see, that's it, I get it. I don't like asking loads of questions, because I like it to be a surprise. When it gets here and I put it on the bench, it's as much of a surprise for me as it is for you, kind of thing, you know what I mean? So I don't like to know too much stuff. But yeah, it's proving difficult now to get these non-running ones at a reasonable price. I don't mind paying 50 quid, 60 quid for a non-runner if it's all complete there and all I got to do is try and get it running. But when I got to buy parts, it's missing bits, it's missing that, I don't want to be paying all that kind of money. And at the moment, I think people are clocking on. People are probably watching my videos and other ones on YouTube, digging out the old non-running buggies and thinking they can get a quick bit of bucks, you know what I mean? And it ain't happening because, well, it probably is. People are probably paying it. People are probably looking at them and going, oh yeah, I've had a few people send me messages actually. I bought this on eBay for 150 quid, but it don't run. And they sent me a picture of it, and I'm just like, I think to myself, you paid 150 quid for that, and it don't run. Are you nuts? But I don't say that back, you know, I just help them. I send messages back and help them to get it running, but I think to myself, man, there's a problem there somewhere. But anyway, I am looking, and as soon as I can get a reasonable buggy or truck or whatever I find that's complete and it's at a price that I'm happy to pay for, because at the end of the day I've got to get my money back. I don't keep them. I only get them for you lot to make the video, to have a bit of fun myself, and then sell it to get the money back. That's as simple as that. Not to make a profit. If I make a profit, happy days. But it's simply just for fun. So the idea of it is to at least get the money back. So I'm not, you know, I've had some fun, got my money back. Someone else has got a running car now. That's all it's all about. So I'm looking. We'll get there. Don't worry. Sounds like the neighbours on the other side are having a bit of a garden party. And so my grumpy bollocks next door to me is not going to be happy. He don't like any talking. He said to us, we talk too loud on the driveway. So them not having a bit of a garden party, he's going to be over there probably knocking on the door going, what are you doing? Anyway, look at this. Look at this. This is the T-Max that's got all the RPM stuff on it. Is it RPM? I think it is. This is sold. I'm just about to box it up. It went to Mr. Alfie Fury. He's yeah, he's very pleased that he's managed to snap it up. One of the last ones now to be sold. But I thought we'd have a quick little look at it just to appreciate it, because it is definitely a bit of a beast. That's for sure. Look at all the stuff on it. I'm not sure that I would want to be the one putting it all on, but I suppose when you do stuff like this, you sort of tick away at it, don't you? Yeah. I forget what engine's in there now. I think it's definitely the 2.5. It might be. I don't know what it is. You always tell me everything. So, it's got all the stuff on it. Look. All the underbelly. It's got the lot. Everything's on there. Even got different servo horns and proper. What do you call it over there? Is it tricked up? It's tricked up. Is that the modern word for it? Tricked up. Anyway, whatever it is, it's very nice, and it's got a nice cage on it. If I weren't so lazy, I would have kept it myself. I would have bought it off of Mr. Simon and kept it for myself. But I don't want to be. I got, I would never use it. But it is very, very nice. So there we go. And that's probably one of my favourite shells, I would imagine. That is so cool. Really, really cool. And together, I think it makes an awesome truck. Hopefully, it'll be blasting across some fields in no time. And I'll tell you what I might do, just for a bit of fun. I'll ask Mr. Fury, when he gets it running and he drives it around the field, I'll ask him to video it and send me the video, and I'll put it in a video for you. So you can see this one blasting around the field with fire coming out of the exhaust and everything. It's going to be awesome. Anyway, love it. Well, I've got my crank bearings out. I know what sort of size and everything I need now. I think I'm going to have to get a whole new crank for that bike. So we'll work all that out at some point. If you're interested in that sort of thing, I'll put a link to it or something. So, this is my Techno, I think it's an NB48 or something like that. I've got the Nova B5R Evo engine in there, and I put that turbo backplate on it some time ago, didn't I? And I haven't even started it up since I put that on. I don't even know. Well, it will still run, there's no doubt about that, it'll still run, but I don't even know what it's going to be like. So I think might go and give it a bit of a go tomorrow. So I'm just going to make sure the battery in the receiver's charged up. It's been sitting on the shelf, hasn't done a single thing, well, since last summer. So about a year, I don't know, you not tell me, about a year probably. I think I bought the engine, put it in it, ran it twice, 3 times, and then that was it. I ain't done a single thing to it. Ain't started it or done anything with it. So it must be about a year. You lot will tell me because you watch the videos. I don't know. The last time a video came out on it was when it ran. So I'm also going to charge up the batteries for the starter box. I've got a bit of a leak there. What's leaking? We've got a leak. Hello, leak. Where are you, leak? There was a bolt missing as well. Look. Blimey. Well, we'll ignore that for now. Yeah. Charge up these batteries. There's 2 batteries in there. And I think we're going to have a bit of a blast. Maybe tomorrow morning. A Sunday morning is the ideal, perfect morning for going and just having a relaxing time with a Nitro car. You know what I mean? None of this electric rubbish. Sunday morning, peaceful, quiet. Stay away from dog walkers and doggers, and we're all good and ready to rock and roll. I'll see you lot tomorrow morning, and well, have a great evening, have a great day. Take care. Love life.